jump right to the most frequent or the most current version. And by adding the date to the end of my file name, it enables me to do that. Now, I need to list the date in a numerical format. So I can't write January 20th because January, April will come before January from an alphabetical perspective. But if I list it by year, by month, and then by day, and 2 digits for both the year and the day are critical. Again, we want December to come after February, and if you just write 2 for February, then it will come after December, 1, 2. So we want it 4 digits for the year, followed by the month, followed by the day. Do you need the periods in there? No, not necessarily. I just like to have the periods there so it's clear to me what numbers refer to the month versus the day. And then with this combined alphanumeric nomenclature, if you have, let's say, 6 versions of your business plan, your most current version will always be at the top of your list, which is very handy. During our last session, we talked about organizing your email folders. Generally speaking, I find that our electronic folders and our email folders are a fairly good mirror of each other. So again, if your electronic folders are not up to snuff in terms of organization, I do suggest that you spend some time getting those in good shape like we did with your email folder last week. And the other thing that you likely want to consider is having some electronic lists, and it doesn't have to be electronic. These could be handwritten lists, but I find that the world is becoming more and more electronic, and there are all sorts of things that we might want to have lists about. I mentioned several sessions ago that I use Evernote for my to-do list, and I have one main Evernote note that is my to-do list, but I have many other notes in Evernote that are related to various lists, right? Like, recommended books or, errands I want to run. And I literally do have one of the notes is the sizes of, all our kids. Because those shoe sizes, I can't seem to remember. Maybe if I had one kid I can remember, but the 3, I just can't remember what their shoe sizes are. And then every time I get a nail, their feet grow. So lists and more lists are very helpful. What we essentially are driving for here is that we want information at our fingertips when we need it. As I said, in the electronic world, I do say, do this at home. All of these principles are applicable to our home life, our personal stuff, the stuff of life. And, back when I was backpacking through Europe, when I had less than 30 possessions to my name, it was easy to organize myself. Nowadays, the more and more stuff we have in North America, we're so stuff heavy. It is tough, really challenging to organize everything. And all of the principles are applicable. I do suggest that bins are a great way to organize stuff. So you might have a bin for the sporting equipment. You might have a bin for the holiday decorations, a bin for the Halloween decorations, whatever it is. Bins are great. I like clear bins. I like bins that aren't too big, aren't too small. I find if they're too big, the stuff gets kind of lost in the bin. I do like clear labels on things. The labels don't have to be fancy. You can use masking tape and a marker. But I do like them to be clearly labeled. Homes for everything, have room to grow. We don't want to be packing everything to the rafters, or we're not inspired to put stuff away. We do need to purge over time, and a good time to purge is when you're in that bin or in that home. Good time to purge. And then we want to maintain the system. And from time to time, tweaking is required, definitely, but we do want to dedicate that time to maintaining the system. But once you've got a good system established in your office, in your electronic world, in your home, once you have a good system established, it doesn't take a ton of time to maintain it. So at this point now I want to turn it over to you and say, what do you need to do to optimize your organization? It absolutely enhances your productivity. And depending on how much work you need to do right now to get yourself organized, I do suggest that you make a concrete plan and that you protect some time to do it. But before we sign off today, I just want to touch base on some of the things that get in the way of getting organized. And the number one reason I hear why people don't get organized is because they lack the time. There's no time. They're busy with other stuff. And what I would say to you then is to protect the time. So to look at your calendar, figure out what you need to do. Look at your calendar and say, when am I going to make this happen? And you might look at this week and say, well, it's not happening this week. And you might look at next week and say, well, it's not even happening next week. But I can do it the following Monday, and in which case I would say protect 2 hours. Give yourself the time. This is a gift that will pay off, that you're giving to yourself, that will pay off in spades. Another reason why people don't get organized is they don't value it. And what I would suggest that you do is to really truly calculate or reflect on the lost time that all the time we lose when we spend time looking for things. So once you are organized, you will reflect back and realize how much time you're saving by being organized. Another reason why people don't get organized is they feel overwhelmed, in which case I would say make a plan, adhere to the principles we discussed today, and knock through it step by step. Another reason is we lack inspiration, and what I would suggest there is, get some help from people, get some new supplies, get some beautiful bins, some new file folders in a great color that really makes you happy or inspires you, and take some inspiration from that. And then the final reason I hear why people don't get organized, and frankly, I really struggle to understand this. I don't understand why people don't like organizing, but I get it. I know that there are people out there who don't like organizing, in which case I would suggest that you enlist some help. Enlist some help from someone like me in your life who actually enjoys organizing. That might be your assistant, it might be your colleague. You can say, let's do my office today, we'll do your office tomorrow, or whatever it is, a friend, a family member. And there are obviously many professionals out there who specialize in organization. But you obviously, in terms of what's getting in the way, I want you to be real clear on what that is, and there is a way to combat that. So that's it for organization. I am open to any questions that you have. You can feel free to pipe up. I'll pause in a moment for questions or reach out to me after the fact. We are rounding the bend here, and we're coming up to the finish line with this productivity program. Next week, we're bringing it all together. So this is when we're going to take the highlights of all the productivity program, and we're going to really be celebrating your many successes. So I'm hoping that you're feeling great about all of the stuff we've covered to date. And I'm hoping that you have implemented many of the things that we've talked about. Now, coming out of today, obviously, the homework is around organizing your physical world and, to the extent that it's necessary, your electronic world. So I would suggest you protect some time so that we can truly celebrate the mountain you've scaled in this productivity program during our next session. So I'll pause now. I'll see if there are any questions. Okay, you guys are a smart group. You guys have it all nailed. I'm thrilled to hear that. With that, let's sign off a few minutes early, and I hope that, or I look forward to hearing about your new and improved organized space. Thanks for your time today, everyone, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care.